the fact that Indian markets were resilient and the US markets weren't shows that diversification just play out really well. And obviously, the idea is to really ensure that some of your money is diversified, and that's essentially where I think investing in international comes in. When it comes to tech stocks, I sort of agree with Neil out here. I think if you compare, say, last year with say the crisis that happened in '99, where there was an entire tech rout. Back then, you had a lot of these companies who were growing fast, but their balance sheet and P&Ls were quite weak. If you see last year, or if you see the current status of tech, these guys are absolutely cash flowing machines. They make a lot of money. Their cash flows are very strong. I think what we've seen, which is a positive trend that happened last year, is that the expectations have come down, which is actually great because all of these companies who are valued at trillions of dollars were still being expected to grow at 50, 60% CAGR. So I think now that we have some normalcy in the markets, and also their business models have not been impacted at all. In fact, they've become stronger since we've seen post-COVID. And I think, the entire tech revolution is still, year to unfold. And it's going to obviously impact a lot more markets in the future than we have. So I do think that, obviously, investing internationally is great in terms of diversification. I do think that, most people would not really understand how to diversify, which is why I think mutual funds make a lot more sense for investors.
Okay, so fair point. I mean, you talk about diversifying into investing internationally, but of course, anything anyone thinks about is tech and Wall Street. So I want to get an understanding of, when you are investing, beyond the Indian horizon, what are investors asking for? I mean, are they literally just asking for FANG stocks, or are they also looking beyond? And secondly, when you say that expectations have moderated, have they really? Because we're looking at a 80% drop or a 50% drop coming in on some of these big names.
I think for the return part of it, I think we've been spoiled. I think last few years, I think we all have been spoiled for good returns. I think the expectations are still high. I think we've not seen a bear market for a while, and the newer investors who've come, and a lot of them have come in the last 4 or 5 years, they've not seen an elongated bear market, and that's what worries me. The worry is that the expectations are a bit high still, and I am not sure that, the last 2 years or before this year, the previous 2 or 3 years was great run. We got 30, 40% kind of returns, on a yearly basis, but that spoiled a lot of people. I think return moderation, it will happen. I think some people will learn it the hard way, that, getting 12, 13, 14% return is great actually from equities. I don't think you should expect anything. Sometimes now I see for the younger lot, at least just expect 20% return, but that's going to be tough to get. Some people will learn it the hard way. Some people will obviously, hopefully we all will educate them and make sure that, the return expectations are maintained, and that equity is a long-term product. We are obsessed with the last 6 months or the last 1 year returns, but we're big proponents, and all of us here in the mutual fund industry, we keep talking about long-term investing, equities, 5+ year investing. But in the end, everything is, we're judged by the last 6 months or the last 1 year, so that is unfortunate. That needs to change. But hopefully, some pain, probably would be there. I don't think the next 1-2 years are going to be that great as what we saw in COVID. I think, some, normalization will come through, so I think, in fact, right now we're in a very normal market. I think that time was a abnormal market where, negative interest rates or low interest rates, easy funding, markets just going up. Anything and everything was going up. I think this year, or the next 1 or 2 years will be a stock picker's market. You'll have to be really careful of what you pick.